89 for 1 halfway through this innings after being asked to bat by Dinesh Karthik, something I think Delhi would have been pretty happy about. And in terms of the score, not quite the 100 that we've got used to at the halfway stage, but Simon, still with wickets in hand. We're of course talking Sharjah only. 88, very reasonable platform.
Yeah, and that's the key, isn't it? Wickets in hand. We've seen sides go at 90 to 100 in the back sort of 7, 8, 9 overs. So there's no reason why they can't do that with those wickets in hand. And the size of the boundaries and bowlers under pressure late in the piece. So they've got a very good platform, a good start. More of a, I guess when Shikhar Dhawan went, you're seeing more boundaries rather than big sixes from these two at the crease at the moment. But they do have power to come.
They certainly have power to come, but it's been a strange old 10 overs because if you consider the fact that someone who bowls a heavy ball, and obviously they're going to use him sparingly in Andre Russell, 2 overs, none for 7, that's a very un-Sharjah-like return.
Yeah, it is. It's been very good, isn't it? He's quite uncanny and different, Andre Russell. He hits the bat a lot harder than you think when you're talking to players about his bowling, his effort balls. He's got the ability to bowl the slower ball, but he there's no real plan, I don't think. And I'm not being rude. I just think he runs in and at times he tries to bowl fast. You can get the Yorker in. He's got a very good Yorker and a good bouncer. So the batsman is always wary and not sure of what's coming. He doesn't bowl to an absolute science or a plan or set a field according to that plan. So you're not really sure what you're going to get at times with Andre Russell. And that's why I think he's very effective.
I think the bigger deception is he's a little more of a thinking cricketer than he allows other people to make out.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, don't worry about that. I think he's a good player. He's like Pollard to me. There was room for Kyron Pollard. I thought when you read through his first class career and when you talk to players in the Caribbean, there was room for him to bat at 4 or 5 in a Test match. And I just don't know whether he got the full opportunity to do that. And I think maybe the West Indies in those early days missed a trick.
But in terms of Prithvi Shaw, he's gone from strength to strength. Back half of the innings, Nagar Koti comes in, greets him with a 6, gets to a 50. I think it's really been the perfect platform that Delhi could have asked for. If you think back to their opening game where he played a reckless shot and got probably a hard rap on the knuckles from Mr. Ponting.
Yeah, I don't know whether you saw that prize giving thing that Ricky Ponting did online, and it was sort of open for all to see. I think it was out on social media, and he basically said to Prithvi Shaw, "That's your blueprint. That's how we need you to play." And it was a round of responsible innings. He's got all the shots. He just tries to play them all in the first over at times, and that's what's been his undoing. So I just think that Ricky Ponting will be talking to him. It'd be just giving him the right advice, the perfect advice. And what better foil, what better man to be able to talk to than Ricky Ponting and some of the other senior players in that Delhi squad. So he'll be learning. And that's all you can ask from Prithvi Shaw. I think at times he's just been a bit impetuous. And if he can calm that down and just put the ball away that suits him, put the bad ball away, defend the good one, he's got so much ability and talent.
Yeah, we were talking about the perhaps relative lack of 6s in the first 10 overs. We've already had 2 in the 11th over, brings up the 100, 1 from Shreyas Iyer, 1 from Prithvi Shaw. So it looks like that 6-hitting machinery is getting going because they know with an Andre Russell with bat in hand in the opposition, they need to put 200 plus on the board.
Yeah, you're afforded that luxury when you're 1 down in the 9th, 10th, 11th over, and that's what's happened now. They can afford to put the foot down a little bit earlier. Some sides, if you're 3 down, 4 down, you can't really do that until the 14th, 15th, 16th over. Being 1 down, you can say, okay, well, I'm going to take some responsibility, whether it be Shreyas, whether it be Prithvi Shaw. I'm going to maybe play the bigger shots, maybe play a few more risks. You just put the bad ball away, pick up the 1s and 2s. And we'll just build that. We'll build a partnership like that. If I get out, maybe you take over, and the new person just starts to build. So when you're 1 or 2 down, you afford yourself the luxury of being able to do that.
Bit of a test of character for DK, Dinesh Karthik, to sort of handle his bowlers in the last 9 overs. What can he do to prevent Simon Doull winning the My 11 Circle Badge of Honour and getting 205?
Change them around quickly. 1 over spells. Don't let any batsman settle against any bowler. Bowl to plans. I know it's not easy at Sharjah. You've got to try, and rather than hitting square of the wicket, you almost have to try and make them hit just one area. If it's down the ground, so be it. So If you want to go full nice and early, go full early and try and make the batsman hit down the ground. Limit both sides of the ground, limit square of the wicket, and you might have a little bit of success.
Yeah, there's a long queue at the hardware store across the road already waiting to add to their collection of balls. But at least for my sake, I hope that not too many get there. 180, 205, bit of a span there. We'll tell you everything. All will be revealed at the end on My 11 Circle presents Cricbuzz Live. This has been Cricbuzz Comm Box.